Hello viewers, welcome to Diagnostics, Dio here. Today we have a 2013 Mercedes Sprinter with a 3.0 liter. The complaint on this van is that the horn doesn't work. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna confirm the customer's complaint. After confirming the customer's complaint, then we will talk about what directions we can go to fix this. So let's go inside the van and confirm the customer's complaint. Alright, so we are inside the vehicle. We're gonna turn the key on so we can try to honk the horn. So right there, the key is on. So I'm gonna press the horn switch. If everything is fine, once I press this switch, the horn should blow. So let's see. So as you can see, I'm pressing on the horn switch. Nothing is happening. So customer's complaint confirmed. So now that we have confirmed the customer's complaint, what are we gonna do, or what directions we're gonna go to fix this horn that's not working? Well, there are a couple of directions we can go, and at this point there isn't any specific way you can go. You can go to service information and look at the wiring diagram so you can familiarize yourself with how this horn circuit is wired. Or you can just go straight to the horn and test it. And if the horn tests out okay, then you can work your way back to the switch, okay? So one thing I have noticed right off the bat when I started pressing on this horn switch is as I'm pressing on the horn switch, I can hear a click. There's a click around this area. There's a click sound coming from around this area. Listen. Do you hear that click? As I'm pressing down on the switch, there's a click. So this click here tells me that the horn relay is being energized. So that basically means the switch is good, the wiring from the switch down to the relay is good, because I only hear this click when I press on the horn switch. Listen to this one more time. Okay, so the horn relay is being energized. So at this point, what I want to do is I want to go to the horn itself and test it and then work my way back to the switch. Because what I like to do when I test electrical circuits or electronic components is I like to go to the component itself. Whatever component that's not working, go to it, test it, see if you can send power and ground to it. If the component tests out okay, and then you can work your way back to whatever commands it, okay? So it could be a computer, it could be a switch, it could be whatever. So go to the component, test it, if it tests out okay, and then work your way back. So we're gonna go to the horn and test the horn. We're gonna send power and ground to it. If the horn honks or if it blows, then we will check the wiring, and then we're gonna check the fuse. I'm sure at this point the fuse and the relay is good because I can hear the relay click. Listen. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a quick and easy one. I believe we're just dealing with a defective horn. So let's go under the hood and find out where this horn lives so we can test it. We're gonna send power and ground to it, and if it blows, if the horn works, and then we will work our way up the circuit. Maybe we can then look at the wiring diagram to see where those wires come from. But I can hear the relay click, so I think our issue is just a defective horn. So let's go to the horn under the hood and test it. Alright guys, so we are here in front of the vehicle. The horn lives behind the front grille, right there next to the right headlight. So we're gonna have to remove the front grille so that we can get access to the horn. So I'm gonna have to remove these bolts over here. So the grille is held on to the front core support by these four torque bolts. I'm gonna remove these torque bolts, and then it has plastic tabs. So one over here, another one under this Mercedes sign, and there's another one over here. So I'm gonna release these plastic tabs so that we can remove the front grille. So I will remove these bolts now so we can get access to the horn. Alright, so here comes our front grille, so I'm just gonna put it aside. So the front grille is removed. As you can see, here is the horn. So now we're gonna test it. We're gonna use a test light to test our horn. I'm gonna remove this bolt and get it out of here so we can get access to the horn wires and test it. Alright, so here's our horn, and the horn has two wires. It looks like there is a brown wire and a green wire. So I believe one of them is ground and then the other one is power. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see the wires that I'm talking about. Alright guys, so here is the horn assembly, and I was saying the horn has two wires. There's a brown wire and a green wire. So one of these wires will be a power and then the other one will be a ground. So I don't know what is what because I didn't look at the wiring diagram. These horn circuits are really basic circuits. So one is a power, one is a ground. So I know that the switch is gonna ground the circuit. So the switch grounds the circuit, which actually energizes the horn. So what we need to do now is we're gonna test this horn. We can test this two ways basically. We can take power and ground and send power and ground to the horn to see if it's gonna blow, or we can test the wiring first to make sure that there's power and ground getting to the horn. So I'm gonna do that by bypassing the horn with a test light. So I'm gonna use this test light. I'm gonna connect this test light in series with the wiring. So I'm gonna bypass the horn with my test light. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect the horn and get it out of the way. So the horn is disconnected. I'm gonna get it out of the way now. So I'm gonna connect one side of my test light to the brown wire and then the other side of my test light to the green wire. So at this point my test light is bypassing the horn. The test light is replacing the horn right now. So I'm gonna go inside the vehicle and turn on the key and press on the horn switch. So once I press the horn switch, if the test light lights, what do you think the issue is? Well, it's that simple, right? The issue is the horn itself. Because if the test light lights, that would pretty much confirm the circuit integrity from the switch, from the horn all the way up to the switch. So that will tell us that the horn is receiving power and ground, but it's still not working. Then the issue will just be the horn. So I'm gonna leave you guys over here. You're gonna have to look at the test light. I'm gonna go inside the vehicle and press on the horn switch. So if the test light lights, we're gonna replace the horn. So I'm gonna go inside the vehicle so that I can press on the horn switch. So just watch that light. Alright guys, as you guys saw, the test light was coming on when I was pressing the horn switch. So this means the horn circuit is good. There's power and ground getting to the horn. Since we have power and ground getting to the horn should blow when we press the switch. Since the horn is not blowing, the issue is the horn itself. The horn is bad. So this test that we just did, we connected the test light in series with the horn circuit. So we are basically bypassing the horn with the test light. Since the test light lit when I was pressing the horn switch, that confirmed the circuit integrity, okay? The circuit is good, so there's power and ground getting into the horn, so the horn should blow. I feel comfortable replacing this horn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order the horn, and once we get the horn, we will install it, and then this vehicle should get back to the customer. I'm gonna get a horn and then I'll bring you guys back up. Alright guys, so we are back here. I did get the new horn, so right here. So I'm gonna get it out of the box and then we're gonna install it and see what happens. Alright, so now I'm gonna connect this horn, and once I get this horn connected, I will go inside the vehicle and press the horn switch. After I press the horn switch, this horn should blow. Okay, so I got the horn connected. Before I install the bolt, before I bolt it back on, I am going to go inside the vehicle and press the switch. Once I press the switch, this horn should blow. So are you curious? Now let's find out and see if we made the right call. So I'll go inside the van and press the horn switch. So listen. Alright guys, so you heard the new horn blow. So the issue was a defective horn. So now I'm gonna bolt that horn on the core support, and then we're gonna install the front grille, and then we'll wrap up this video. So now let's bolt the horn, and then we will install the front grille. Alright guys, so we installed the front grille, so let's go inside the van and try the horn one more time. Alright guys, so we did replace the horn. I got everything back together, so now we're gonna test it one more time before we end this video. So I'm gonna turn the key to the on position. So right there, the key is on. Remember before, with the key on, I was pressing the horn switch, nothing was happening. So now let's see what happens. Did you hear that? So the horn is now working. This is fixed. So I'm gonna turn the key off. So the horn is fixed. The issue was just the horn itself. Okay, the circuit was good. We were able to bypass the horn with the test light. And when I came here in the van, I was pressing the horn switch, the test light lit. The test light was lighting every time I was pressing the switch. So that's confirmed to us that the circuit was good. So now let's wrap up this video. Alright guys, so I'm gonna leave it over here. The horn is now working, so this is fixed. The customer will be happy. Remember before, the horn wasn't working. Well, we did some tests and we determined that the horn was defective. We replaced it, so now the horn is working. Well, the question you might have is, why did you go the way you went? Why didn't you look at the fuse? Why didn't you check the relay? Or why didn't you even look at the wiring diagram? If that's the question you have, I'm gonna answer that question by first saying, I didn't look at the wiring diagram, I didn't look at the fuse or even the relay, because with the key on, when I was pressing the horn switch, I could hear a click coming from under the dash. So that click was coming from the horn relay, because every time I pressed the horn switch, I heard a click coming from under the dash. So that told me that the horn relay was being energized when I was pressing the horn switch. So that told me basically from the switch down to the relay, everything was good. And the way I like to diagnose these electrical issues and electronic issues is that every time I have a component that's not working, I always like to go to the component, test it, and then work my way back to whatever commands it, whether it's a computer or a simple switch. So that's what I did here. Since I heard the relay clicking, so I most likely knew that the circuit was good because the relay clicks. The problem may just be the horn itself. And we came down here behind the grill. We disconnected the horn. We bypassed the horn with a test light, and the test light lit every time I was pressing the horn switch. So that told me that the circuit integrity was good. The issue was just the horn itself. So this was a quick and easy one. I hope you like it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumb down. But if you do, you gotta tell me why so we can make better videos in the future. If this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. If you have any comments, questions, criticism, leave them in the comment box. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.